Ulysses Simpson Grant Sharp, Jr. was a United States Navy four-star admiral who served as Commander-in-Chief, United States Pacific Fleet from 1963 to 1964, and Commander-in-Chief, United States Pacific Command from 1964 to 1968. He was PACOM commander during the Gulf of Tonkin Incident. Sharp was related to Ulysses S. Grant, who married Sharp's great-aunt. Military career. Sharp was born in Chinook, Montana, and named for Ulysses S. Grant, who was married to his grandmother's sister. Raised in Fort Benton, Montana, he graduated from the United States Naval Academy in 1927. He is also a 1950 graduate of the Naval War College. During World War II, he commanded the destroyer U.S. Boyd in the Pacific Theater, earning 2 Silver Stars. By the Korean War, he was commanding a destroyer squadron, assisting in the planning of the Incheon landing. He served as Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Policy and Planning in the early 1960s. After receiving his 4th star, Sharp took command of the Pacific Fleet in 1963, followed by command of Pacific Command. During his tenure, due to the Tonkin Gulf incident, the U.S. increased its presence in Vietnam after the passage of the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. Sharp's views on U.S. strategy in the war, namely massive military action, differed sharply with the Johnson administration's preference for a gradual build-up of forces. Sharp was featured on the August 14, 1964, cover of Time magazine. Post-military career. After retiring from the Navy, Sharp was a critic of U.S. policy in the Vietnam War, lecturing frequently and writing articles. He wrote an article in Reader's Digest in 1969 titled "We Could Have Won in Vietnam Long Ago," and in 1978 his book Strategy for Defeat, Vietnam in Retrospect was published. His first wife, Patricia, whom he married in 1930, died in 1986. In 1987 he married the former Nina Blake. After suffering a fall in October 2001, Sharp's health steadily declined until he died on December 12, 2001, at his home in San Diego. He was buried in Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. He was survived by his second wife, 2 children, one a retired Navy Rear Admiral, a sister, 4 her children, and 8 great-her children. His brother, LCDR Thomas F. Sharp was reported lost on May 12, 1943 when his submarine US Pickerel was sunk during its 7th combat patrol of the World War II Pacific Campaign.